Hi, my name is Professor Kevin Stagg, and I will be teaching English 1302 Winter Mini-mester 2017 for Angelina College. I'd like to take this time to welcome you to the course, and to help get you started, I've prepared a small video that will show you the basic course layout and where to find the course syllabus. The course, of course, is found in Blackboard, and when you log into Blackboard, you'll see a screen that looks at something like this. Uh, you'll notice on the left-hand side that there are a series of menu options. I'm going to talk about those very briefly today and then show you where you can access the course syllabus. The menu options are divided into about 5 different subcategories. The course menu here gives basic information about myself, the instructor. It also includes a section where you can access announcements. This is the way that I communicate with the class as a whole. And then, of course, you can find your syllabus and schedule. The second submenu here, course submissions and grades, is where you'll turn in work, access your grades. The third course menu, course materials, is where you'll find some outside reading, descriptions of the various labs that are required, descriptions of the writing assignments and PowerPoints that go with individual lessons. Next, you'll find a menu titled Course Help. Here you have information on MLA 8. There's also information on MLA 8 in the back of your course textbook. The next section is grammar and style. If you need help on grammar and style, you can access that there. There is also a set of study guides for the individual tests that occur periodically throughout the course. And then finally, a section for Angelina College resources, which includes Blackboard training, a link to the Angelina College library where you can do your research for the course through the Angelina College library databases, and then a general help section. So take the time and look through each of these various links or menu items, and make sure that you're familiar with them so that you can save yourself some time as we move through the course information. Periodically, when I send out announcements or emails, I will make specific references to different items or different locations in the course menu, so it's helpful if you're familiar with each individual menu item and their content. The course syllabus is here. You can access the course syllabus by selecting the document. I've already pulled up the document to save a little bit of time. So the course syllabus looks like this, and I'm going to talk about a few key items in the course syllabus, but I do encourage you to take the time to read through the whole course syllabus. It is in many ways a contract that serves as an agreement between you and the student and myself, the instructor, so that you can know what to expect of me and what I'm going to expect of you. The first bit of information that's probably the most important in the syllabus is how to get in contact with me. This is pretty simple and pretty straightforward. You can call my office phone and leave a voicemail. That voicemail will transfer to my email and I can listen to it. But the quickest and probably most practical way to contact me is through my email address at Angelina College. That email address is kstag@angelina.edu. If you'll use your Angelina College email address to contact me, that allows me to verify that I'm responding to a student, and I can quickly take care of whatever it is that you need. The rest of this information is just required information that is published in almost every course syllabus. In section 5, this is important. There are 2 books associated with this course. One is the required textbook, which is Literature, a Portable Anthology, 4th edition. The ISBN number is located there. And then the second textbook is The Road by Cormac McCarthy, with the ISBN number located there. You do need both textbooks. They are required. I do rely heavily on the textbooks for all reading material, and your tests do come from the textbooks, as well as a couple of the prompts associated with in-class or in-class writing or essay writing. So you do need the textbooks. I have a lot of students that ask me, do I really need a textbook? And the answer is definitely yes for this course. If you have any need for disability services of any kind, that is something that you will have to disclose to the appropriate person. That person is Mr. Steve Hudman, Dean of Student Affairs. You can email him or contact him through his telephone there. Because it is a Christmas holiday, if you haven't taken care of these services, I encourage you if it is something that you need to take care of that immediately. The syllabus then details several different types of assignments that you'll encounter in this course, and some information about that, so you might want to read over that. The course breakdown is a 3-week course that includes week 1 short stories, week 2 the novel, and week 3 poetry and drama. This is a 3-week mini-mester. However, it is typically a 16-week course, so all of the content that is part of that original 16-week course is included in this 3-week course. So you can expect to do about 5 weeks worth of work in 1 week. It's going to require that you're very organized and that you stay on top of the course expectations. As you move through the syllabus, you'll see that in this section, section 7, my point breakdown is outlined for you so that you can see how I score individual assignments. And then in this section, I have, in section 9, I have important dates. For instance, the class begins on December 18th. The last day to withdraw with the W is December 29th. In section 10, there is a note that's very important, and so I want to point that out to you. In section 10, it says all weekly assignments that are assigned or due in a given week must be submitted to Blackboard no later than Friday at 11 p.m. Late submissions are subject to stated late penalties that include a substantial point deduction and or a 0. So every assignment in this course, it doesn't matter what assignment it is other than forum discussion post, every major assignment in this course is due by 11 p.m. on Friday. You can see that this is the weekly organization. For instance, the first week the topic is course introduction and short story. And so I've picked about 15 short stories here, maybe a little more for you to read. It's probably a good idea to try to read 4 or 5 a day to make sure you're on top of everything. This is probably a really challenging week for many students. Along with many of the short stories, there is a PowerPoint. Some short stories are not contained in the textbook, in which case they can be found in the course menu under course materials in the section for outside reading. A good example of this is Charles Baxter's The Griffin, which is found in outside reading. As you can see, each week there is a post to the forum, which includes in the first week an introduction, and then also a post to forum number 2, which is required for you to have an initial post by Wednesday and a follow-up post to one student by Friday. I'll talk more about that a little bit later. Then the reading material is detailed, and then by Friday at 11 p.m. you must complete all forum posts, the student grading agreement, lab number 1, lab number 2, take test number 1 over basic MLA and short stories. So all of that is contained within the first week of this course, and then that process continues through week 2 and week 3, and then the final exam. So if you open your syllabus or print your syllabus and look at weekly modules, this is where you'll turn in every assignment in this class. If you select weekly modules, you'll see that it coincides with the organization of the syllabus. So for instance, week 1, course introduction and short story, week 2, the novel, week 3, poetry and drama. And so since we're in week 1, if you select this area of Blackboard, you'll see that each assignment that you are responsible for this first week has an icon and a place to link to that assignment so that you can submit it. So for instance, one of the first assignments that you will take care of is a student grading agreement. And in the student grading agreement, you will open this document. And once the document is open, select Edit Document. And you can see that this is a student grading agreement. The student grading agreement goes over my grading policy, my late policy, my policy on plagiarism, and my policy on minimum requirements, as well as some information about final grades. Make sure you read this very carefully before you sign it. This is what I expect of you. So for instance, the late policy for this course for all assignments is that an initial late penalty of 20 points is assessed on any assignment, and then 24 hours after that, the assignment receives a 0. Because we have a very limited amount of time during this 3-week semester, the cycle from the initial penalty to the 0 is quite fast. So make sure you're aware of that and that you're on top of your due dates. Minimum policy: assignments that do not meet minimum assignment values posted on assignment descriptions will begin with a grade of 50%. This includes things like minimum page length. For instance, 2.5 is not 3.0, so it's not going to be enough in this course to give me 2.5 or 2.8 pages. If my assignment says 3 to 5 pages, that means that the very minimum I will accept is 3 pages. If you want insurance against that policy, always make sure you get a line or two on the 4th page. Documentation style: all documentation in this course is MLA 8. You can't use MLA 7 or APA, so if you're unfamiliar with that, take time to review that information in the back of the textbook. I won't be taking time to teach MLA standards and the Winter Mini-mester. It's expected that you've had 1301 and that you have some familiarity with taking care of documentation and a particular academic style. Minimum source materials: if I request 4 sources as a minimum, you cannot turn in 3 sources. That will result in a 50% hit on your paper score. Again, any of these minimum requirements must be in place, and if they're not, I begin grading at 50%. I also have a plagiarism policy. Angelina College uses electronic plagiarism software to detect academic dishonesty. If you're caught plagiarizing or engaged in any form of academic dishonesty, and those are defined on the syllabus, the results are 0 on the offending assignment and the possibility of an F for the final course grade. So be very careful. Make sure you don't plagiarize. If you have any questions about that along the way, please email me so I can clarify. Final grades. Final averages that are marginal, 2.9, 3.9, for example, will always be rounded up uniformly. There are no other grade adjustments or extra credit. Student grades are not negotiable. So at this time, once you've reviewed this document, you can click in this field and provide your signature, and then click in this field and provide the date. Save the document to your desktop through Save As, rename it, and then once you've done all that, you can go back into the student grading agreement section, select the red text, browse your computer for the document. Once you find the document, attach the document, select Open. You'll see the document that you've attached listed here in this area. If you need to attach a second document in some instances, browse your computer again and attach the second document. All documents in this course must be completed in Microsoft Office Word, and they must be uploaded as a .pdf or a .doc. Other formats cannot be graded and could result in a 0, so make sure that you pay careful attention to how you save your document. Again, all documents must be uploaded in a .doc or .pdf. Once you see all your documents in place, select submit, and those documents will be submitted. If you're worried that your documents haven't submitted correctly, you can always go into grades, and you will see over here if this is linkable in this area where the grade is for the particular submission, you will be able to click it and open it back up, select it, open it back up, and visually see the document. So that is a basic orientation for this course. If you need any help at any time, please feel free to contact me. I'm here to help. I'll be posting up other videos along the way that you can watch and review at any time. I wish you luck, and let's get started.